All right, colleague, let's talk about pop-up debate number 12 here and get ourselves ready to watch some instruction from my classroom today and also some student participation. So this is our 12th debate of the school year. I teach a 2-semester class. For this video series, I'm focused on the debates that they have. So it's February 9th, and we are focusing again on the skill of refutation. We've now focused on refutation for, 3, maybe 4 different pop-up debates, and I'm starting to push heavily into giving in-the-moment feedback to students about what good refutation looks like. So when I use the word refutation, I'm talking about being specific when you stand up and address someone else's argument. So way more than just, I disagree with so-and-so, I agree with so-and-so. We want to, when we disagree, when we refute, to focus on what exactly in their speech are you addressing. And so in the video that follows, you're going to see me front-loading the debate, getting students to have a variety of options to choose from when they stand up and speak. You're going to see me giving some feedback during the debate. Well, you won't see me do that because it will be just the audio. And you're going to see some actual student participation. And the students that I'm featuring here are students who, 1, have submitted permission slips enabling me to show them, and 2, who are just exemplifying some really great things and also some still present growth areas. This is what I love about pop-up debates, is that every student is pushing themselves to do better than they did last time. And so you're going to see some students that I'm really proud of in this video. I hope you enjoy it. You've had a chance to brainstorm, hopefully 5 reasons that could be used to answer this question. What's the most important problem facing the world as we enter into 1939? Okay. Now today, just like our last debate, when you stand up, when you're listening, sit it down, I want you to think about how you can refute another person's argument. Because someone's going to stand up and say Hitler, and you have something written down with at least a star minus next to it that is not Hitler. Right? Because Hitler's only one choice. So, when you're sitting and listening and preparing your thoughts, remember, when you're sitting and listening and preparing your thoughts, you can write those thoughts down. That's allowed. And you can use those bullet points to help yourself give your speech. I really want to keep pushing us into this idea of refuting other people's arguments, clashing with other people's arguments. It's typically okay, and in fact desirable, to attack ideas, because any employer, any professor is going to value you being able to think critically, to not just go along with the crowd. So our focus on refutation right now is helping you gain a comfort with that important life skill of pulling on the threads in ideas. Just like always, everyone needs to speak at least once. I'm going to have my dude Jimmy Tano keep track of who has spoken. Okay, Jimmy, there's the list right there. And yeah, I'll be filming, so if you want to make a note on your paper when you speak, is it toward the beginning, is it toward the end? That'll be helpful for you to find yourself quickly on Monday, because that's a couple days away. Without further ado, let's go!
I also think that it was the Treaty of Versailles because that the treaties stated that Germany had to repay all the reparations, which they didn't agree with, that they had to do that. So then they were mad, and that's how they started World War II.
Wow, a lot of great points, and I want you guys to pay attention to how good we're doing with it. 2 things. 1, using academic vocabulary. Excellent. I think every speech has used multiple different academic vocab words. That's beautiful. And 2, you guys are starting to get good at picking at specific things people are saying. That's refutation. It's not just, I disagree with so-and-so. It's this specific thing that Allie said is what I want to take issue with. And Allie, respect to you, because as Jocelyn was refuting that idea, I saw you nodding your head. That's another excellent example of the kind of pop-up debates that we want. It's good to have someone refute your idea. I mean, they're paying attention. Keep going.
I would like to say anti-Semitism, because if it wasn't for Hitler's hate towards the Jews, then the war wouldn't have escalated into such a big war, and and other countries wouldn't have like fought against him.
I said Hitler taking over because of his highly aggressive anti-Semitic views, and if he didn't have those aggressive views, then the Nazi Party never would have been in such a powerful position to target such a weak group.
I like that the last three people, they all chose their spot on purpose. Every single person was mentioning something having to do with the Jewish population. So like Emery saw an opportunity from Keenan's speech, jumped on it. Colin saw an opportunity in their speeches, jumped on it. That's a great example of looking for your spot in the debate, which is a hard thing I haven't even talked about. Makes it feel more connected. Keep going.
I also said Hitler with the reparations because this meant Germany didn't get, it meant France and Britain didn't get any money and left their economies unstable.
All right, what Hayden just did is an example of poise. Hayden, good job. It's when you kind of lose track of yourself, but you don't sit there and say, "Ah." She just keeps driving the bus, keeps going, and we don't even notice, right? Because of her poise. Her poise just kind of glosses over that because she remains confident, calm. Great example of poise right there.
Say Hitler as well, because Hitler basically, facilitated the whole war because of his anti-Semitic and fascist beliefs.
Disagreeing with whoever said debt, because without the Treaty of Versailles, Germany wouldn't have stopped, or with Hitler, Germany wouldn't have stopped repaying those reparations, which wouldn't have sent France and Britain into such a large-scale debt.
I said debt from World War I because without that, then the Treaty of Versailles wouldn't have pushed Germany to pay for all that debt, and then that also caused the Great Depression for America.
All right, I would now like you to talk to your partner about a glow and a grow. What about that pop-up debate just glowed? And what about that pop-up debate? Do we still need to grow? Go. All right, let's bring it back together. And as we wrap this up and move on, I want you to notice what we said last time was strong about us. We had diverse responses. Thumbs up or thumbs down. How do we do on that? Yeah, I agree. Again, the responses were wide-ranging. Communicating with others, connectivity. Did we keep that as a strength? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Did we keep doing that? Yep, we did. Okay. Eye contact, you guys said was a strength last time. How do you think we did? Yeah, I'm going to put that as more of a sideways or down. And I didn't tell you this, but on Monday, when you watch yourself, I'm going to have you focus on a few specific things from PV Legs. I think there's a couple phrases, for example, that you guys repeat again and again and again and again and again. Any guesses on what those phrases are? Okay, some filler words, like, but I'm even talking about phrases that you guys repeat.
A lot of people start theirs with I think
Yeah.
or I said.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's an opinion and not a fact.
Yeah, it's a way of making yourself feel more comfortable to start talking. It feels like you're committing less, I think, is why you guys do it. And human beings are very good at matching each other. So when one person says, I said, then the next person, it's very unconscious to say those things. So on Monday, I'm going to call your attention to that when you watch yourself, just to see if you're doing any of that type of stuff, okay? Because really that's the best thing that we can do to be more conscious, is to look for things that we're doing unconsciously. What did you guys say was a glow this time? Jocelyn?
Responses were really detailed and answered the question a lot better.
Yes. Showing a huge understanding for a topic that we just started a couple days ago.
I feel like we did a better job not personally attacking on people.
I didn't notice any. Yeah, so we did. Colin?
Oh, like you said during the middle of it, the academic vocab was used a lot.
Excellent. Yes. Yeah. It wasn't just one academic vocab, it was 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. And you guys were putting them together in ways that showed you actually understand this stuff. Okay, where are you still seeing for grow? We talked a little bit about filler words, we talked about repetitive opening phrases. I said, I put, I think. What else could be better? What else is a grow? Brighton?
Eye contact with some people.
Yeah.
Both look around at the whole class.
Yeah, so I'm going to write down just notes for myself. I want you to look at how your body is affecting your eyes, because I think that probably half the class could work on that. And we're going to look at those fillers, and we're going to look at those starters. Anything else, Colin?
So to kind of add on to that, like the use of like your notebook, like try remembering what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
I feel like that kind of like pulls people away, and then like they're just restating what they said.
Yeah.
Instead of like making it a normal conversation.
Yeah, it's not bad for us to do it, but it does take away from your eye contact, right? So that is something that some people can think about pushing themselves on, trying to look at your notes before you stand up and then do it without. I agree. Jocelyn.
I wouldn't say that it's necessarily like a weakness, but compared to our last pop-up debate, there was a lot less reputation and a lot more like random thoughts, like especially towards the end, people would just pop up and wouldn't have any connection to the person before.
It's true. It's true. There was really good refutation here, but it's not like it was pervasive throughout the whole debate. And this is where I'm going to push you guys more next time to just take notes during the debate. Because even if, if I'm, who went last this time? Was it you, John? Even if I'm John and I'm the last person, someone's got to be the last person, I can still go back to something that Colin said 10 minutes ago. That's not bad. All we need to do is say, Colin, a few minutes ago, you said blank. There's a problem with that, and here's what it is. That would be refuting Colin, even though Colin went a long time ago. I think some of you are still getting comfortable with this idea of, well, even just how do I refute? How do I refute? That's why I'm going to obsess over it for more time, more repetitions, because it's a hard skill. And think about all the things that you're doing in a pop-up debate. You're dealing with speaking anxiety, which most people in your grade have way more than you at this point. Because how many of you have gotten better at dealing with speaking anxiety? Like, basically, you all have shown a huge growth there. So you're ahead of the game there, but you're still dealing with that. You're dealing with complex ideas, tons of vocabulary. We just started learning this stuff 2 days ago, so it's new. And you're thinking about your delivery in ways that most of you never have before. Never had to think about PV legs before. But now you're doing all that too. Okay, we're going to end with a little review activity for our midpoint in the unit. So get out a fresh page of your notes and split it into 5 sections.